all the seats in Kerala, in fact, will be voting in the next phase of elections. Let's go across to Sneha. And Sneha, you are in Ernakulam. Union Minister KJ Alphons is contesting from there. Tell us about the three-way contest.
Well, Gargi, the Union Minister Alphons Raj, yes, he is contesting from Ernakulam, but it's going to be an extremely difficult challenge for him. Now, Ernakulam, unlike south of Kerala or where Thiruvananthapuram is, has very different set of issues. It has civic issues like garbage and waste disposal issues and all, but all of that does not seem to be on the mind of many voters. The voters that we have spoken to, many of them are pointing to one point, and that is a perceived threat to secularism. We must also tell our viewers that Ernakulam Lok Sabha constituency has around 40% of minorities. A chunk of that belong to the Latin Catholic Church. In fact, the Congress candidate is Haibi Eden, sitting MLA and also somebody who belongs to that community. The left has fielded P. Rajiv. For him, again, he is a former Rajya Sabha MP. Now, interestingly, even the campaigns of the Congress as well as the left, both of them are pitching a threat to secularism as a major theme. Voters seem to be speaking a lot about that in the national narrative. And Mr. Alphons, who is a Rajya Sabha MP right now, a minister, says all of this, a perceived threat to secularism, is just fake news. Let's listen to what the candidates and people have to say. You're contesting from Ernakulam. My first question has to be this. We've spoken to several people across Ernakulam and in Kerala. One of the main issues on their mind is secularism, protection of secularism.
See, 2013-14, when Modi ji was aspiring to become the Prime Minister and the campaign started, they spread the canard that if Modi becomes the Prime Minister, all the Christians will get beaten up and all the churches will get burned down. Has one Christian been beaten up? Has one church been burned down? So all this is fake news being, being spread. And of course, today WhatsApp is the media. So anything that's received on the WhatsApp is believed to be true. But what is the truth is that 99% of it is all fake news saying, creating a fear. That's what is the truth.
Mr. Alphons, you're in Ernakulam, and considering you're in Ernakulam, this is also a strong Christian belt also in terms of voter percentage. Around 35% is Latin Catholic. So do you see this, considering it's also been traditionally seen as a Congress strong belt?
Well, it's been with the Congress for a long, long time, and it's been actually on the Congress has always happened to be a Latin Catholic. So this is a single MP they have, the Latin Catholics from Kerala, and therefore some of them do feel that, well, we need to support our person. What is he going to do in Parliament? Because Modi is going to come to power. He'll make some bit of a noise in the Parliament and have some dharnas in front of the Gandhi statue and come back. What is he going to deliver to the people of Kerala, to Kochi? I think that's a fundamental thing. Secondly, look at our history. This is what I keep telling people. Look at my story and look at the story of the other people. I have 40 years in the IAS and as an MLA and then political work.
Even when we are following you in the campaign route, we can see a lot of waste here. Is that an issue for you?
I don't think so, because that is not the main agenda for the elections.
What is the main agenda for you?
The main agenda for this election is to restore the country with a secular government, to make sure that our constitutional rights are not denied. For the last 5 years, even in a state like Kerala, a lot of communal issues are happening. The rights which have been denied, the state government which they have taken in many, the communal, the violence in politics is something which is to be discussed. See, the majority of the people think that a community's beliefs and rituals should not be intruded by government. The communities otherwise also are quite skeptical about this particular move. The other minority communities, the other communities are quite concerned about the actions of the state government.
I have to ask you about Ernakulam. Now, Ernakulam, you're talking about communal harmony, you're talking about secularism, but
Ernakulam is always based
yes, but
in
Ernakulam
development.
also has a considerable Latin Catholic vote. And the allegation from the left of the BJP is that, listen, here is why we usually have Congress fielding a Latin Catholic candidate, and Haibi has been fielded for that reason.
We are an inclusive party, and unfortunately or fortunately, there is just one single candidate in the entire country.
A young candidate campaigning, but there's also a police case filed against you based on somebody's complaint about, and the case against you is of rape. How do you see that?
This case was filed 2 days before my candidature. This has been a discussion for quite a long time. Shriman Jandi and KC Venugopal was already framed before. My FIR was filed 2 days before my candidature. And all the drama which happened in the court also happened after my nominations, after my candidateship. So I don't think the people of Kerala or my constituency, last election I won with the highest majority in the district with around 22,000 votes.
Are you expecting to win this time?
I'll with a landslide victory.
First question to you: when your term in Rajya Sabha got over, you were remembered fondly by several of your opponents or political rivals. They said you were a logbook of rules and you should be given another opportunity to come to the parliament. Do you see this as one?
Yeah, I have full confidence here. I am contesting for the Lok Sabha first time. I was in the Rajya Sabha from 2009 to 2015. With the help of the elders, I could perform very well at that time. I could done several things for the common man of this area.
Mr. Rajiv, it's interesting. Is it enough for you to actually rocket to the parliament by bringing in something which is so important for common people on the ground, but in today's national politics it may just get lost?
Yes, well, the thing is, in my Rajya Sabha life, I could take an initiative to protect the secularism of this country. At the time of the reports came out of the newspapers, that is the documents in regarding with the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi was destroyed by this government. I had the privilege to raise that issue in the Rajya Sabha. Several occasions I could move several resolutions, motions in the House to protect the secularism of this country.
Do you think that is an important issue for you while contesting for Lok Sabha elections in 2019?
Several issues are here, but most of the people in this constituency, they are in favor of to protect the secularism, protect the democracy, and also I have engaged in several activities to raise their lifestyle and their healthcare system and education system. I could make several initiatives at that time. I think the people are with me. In all initiatives, earlier the people were with me. This time also I'm full confident that people are with me.
It's a hot day in Ernakulam, and what best can reflect a day like a nice plate of dosha and sambar and all the chutneys that you see around. We are at Pai Brothers, famous in Ernakulam for over 100 varieties of dosha. I am trying something called a special podi dosha. So let's see how this goes. Flavorful, just like elections this time really is. Let's go and ask what people have. I can see you've almost finished you've finished up everything. So if I can come to you first. What's your name, please?
Rajivan.
Rajivan. Are you casting your vote this time?
Yes.
Yes. Rajivan, sir, what is the main issue according to you? Endo airikkum main issues Rajivan sir.
Main issue regarding Kerala.
Largely, when you are casting your vote, what is that issue you're thinking about?
A stable government at the center. The people would think about that.
Stable government at the center. Anything else that you can think of? So that's primarily your... Okay. Ma'am, your name please?
Ashwati.
Ashwati. Ashwati, are you have you voted before? This is your first time?
Yeah, I've voted before.
So Ashwati, what is it when you're voting this time? Young voters are a huge number this time of lots of importance. What's on your mind?
I would prefer secularism. I would prefer UDF.
Why are you saying secularism is in your mind? What has happened suddenly for this?
Yeah, there are a lot of issues like Sabrimala issues that is coming up recently. So I think the other party, I don't want to name the party, I think the other party is aiming more on Hinduism. Instead of that, I want secularism to come to India.
Name please, sir?
Rohit.
Rohit. What do you do?
I work in IT industry.
Okay. You're voting in Ernakulam?
No, in Trivandrum.
In Trivandrum. That's south of Kerala. Again, very interesting narratives. What's the main thing on your mind, sir?
I'm done with dosa, so currently nothing much.
Are you voting?
Yes, I'll be.
What will help you decide whom to vote?
It depends on what their prospect is, like what they are putting forward as an idea or ideology. And mostly me and my wife mostly support left.